Hello YouTube, welcome back to my silly survival world. So last episode, you all saw that I built an iron farm way out there, very far ways away, but I still have never given you all a proper house tour. I finished this house just a few episodes ago. I'm really happy with it, but you all just haven't seen it all. So let's just go ahead today here. Start of week 3, by the way, day 21. Week 4 is coming up very fast. Absolutely crazy, that is. I have Giorno tied up right here outside. Future plans, I want to make horse stables around the world. I want to keep him in a more proper place. This is what we're doing for now. Anyways, this right here, I don't know what to call this. It's a bit of a living space. You have some couches. We have some lovely cake here. I'm a little hungry. A awesome fireplace in front of the carpet because I love doing that, and it's not the only place in this house I've done that. Anyways, right over here, I have something of a meeting room, I'd like to consider it. We've got some armor stands here in the back that I have been working on getting all armored up, but I'm not very high on resources currently. A lovely exit here to the back, and I do need to do some terraforming, which I want to do later today. But for the time being, I will show you all the guest bedroom. I actually kind of love this room. It's really small, it's really cozy, and I just love the mix of different wall types we have here. This awesome gray concrete kind of mix. We have brick, we have wood, we have a large bookshelf. It's a lot of different things going on across the walls, not a lot on the floor space itself. One of my favorite parts of this entire build is this here enchanting setup. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite things in this entire world, and it's fully functional as well. Grindstone works. If I had something unenchanted, you would see it does do level 30, which I was honestly kind of surprised how much I could put in without losing level 30. Over on the other side of the house, I have something more of a functional room. When I say functional, this is what I mean by functional. We do have a chest wall here with an actually organized storage. I have put some actual work into keeping things organized, so nothing here is out of place. A lot of things in the functional chest. But from now on, I will not be spending like 5 minutes looking for a single item out of my storage. Hooray! Over behind us here, I have a really cool setup for getting up and down. This right here is slime blocks. But on the other side, we have a water elevator, and the trapdoors actually keep this trapped in while still keeping it really spacious. So there's this doorway, you walk in, and you get thrown into the kitchen. We didn't have this map for a little while. I got it set up here, and I absolutely love it. It shows you a full view of everything you will see outside this here window. And it's actually almost centered down the middle, too. Like, this map is almost centered on the location of the map, which is crazy. Anyways, kitchen. I absolutely love my kitchen space. More cakes. I'm the cake fella. I sell cakes. You should buy cakes from me. Yeah, love this place. Love it. We have a good patio exit here from the kitchen, or the dining space. Really gorgeous view out back, and there's just so many things I would like to start doing in this space back here. We'll need to get the horse stable in. I want a path coming through. I want to start setting up farms, and I have fallen. There's another portal there that leads to my iron farm. Starting back from the dining space, we have an entrance up into the bedroom, which I guess I will go up and showcase first. I really love the bedroom. It's a lot more modern, I'd say, than most of this build. We have gray concrete walls, but I just wanted to make it as cozy as humanly possible. And you can't tell me this little reading nook, or whatever you might call it, isn't the greatest thing ever. It is a gorgeous view out of this window, and I just love little spaces like this. I love beds in lofts, and this is just a perfect bedroom space for me. Chandelier as well. I'm actually really proud of this chandelier design. It is so simple, but it looks so good to me. We have a little nether themed wall. Here I have the 2 tall grasses. Now, this space is kind of incredible. I actually love everything about this. We have a large garden space here with the red carpet, but this in here is just star of the show, honestly. The honeycomb blocks here in the back are an incredible accent wall. I really love how this turned out. The lights go crazy. Over here, I'd say this hallway is my least favorite part of this house for the most part. I didn't really know what to do with the space. I thought I could probably use bulk storage in the future, so if I'm really stacked up on a certain material, I can start putting them over here and get them out of the way of the main storage. If I ever need them in bulk, I can come over here. I have a silly, silly barrel carpet here that has a trapdoor leading back down. I'm sure no one would ever find suspicion in my barrel carpet. It's a normal thing, we all have them. This room is kind of weird, but really cozy. I love the darker greens. I like green terracotta. This just has such a similar vibe. We've got some dark oak, some much darker, warm, cozy colors in here. I could get a little checkerboard on this. I've seen checkerboard design and I've kind of used it before as well, where you get a chainmail helmet. Other side, there's not a whole lot going on, but I do want to at some point get a full music disc collection of all the game's discs. It's not something I've really concerned myself with just yet, but eventually I think I will do it, and that's where I will display them. So we have one more door. It is nighttime as of now, but I think the next thing we're going to do is some terraforming. We are a full 21 episodes deep on this series, so I do think it would be an appropriate time to ask if you've been keeping up with the videos so far. What are your favorite episodes? Or, like, what's your favorite kind of episode? Because I've been doing different types of videos. I'm doing these every day, so I do often have to come up with something new, and I tend to get a little experimental with some of them. There are very short ones, there are very long ones, very focused ones, very unfocused ones. What kind of episodes are you all enjoying out of the series, if any? Personally, I still think episode 2 is my favorite. I feel really quite proud of how it came out, and I do think just a lot of stars aligned for that video to come out as well as it did. I don't know, I don't even think that it was really because of me that video turned out well. It just sheer coincidence lined up that made it a quite fun video to edit and a hopefully pretty fun video to watch. Since then, I would definitely say it is the longer videos that I do enjoy the most, both in making them and in editing them. Okay, well, that's the same thing. Both in recording and editing them, I like these kind of episodes where I get to talk to you all a lot and get some little things done here and there. And that is very much in the spirit of what I want to do. I want to add little bits at a time to this world. We are ultimately super chilling with this world. There's no rush to really add anything in particular. Just little additions every day, I do think, is eventually going to stack up into a really cool and interesting world. Plus, we've had so many friends on as well. We've, of course, had Dell since the beginning. We had Cube for a little while there. Danny's been on the server. Brock's been doing a lot. So many different friends, and we are seeing more and more additions to this world, and I absolutely adore it. It is everything I want. out of this. It's everything I want out of this series in general. I want a really cool world that's very fun to look back on. I don't know about y'all, but one of my favorite activities in Minecraft, and I don't know how strange this is about to sound, but I really do just spend a significant amount of time just walking around my world. There's something about just hanging out in this really cool place you've made. I really like to just slow down and spend some time in these places, and I will walk in circles for the longest time, and it's kind of stupid, but it's what I do. Now, this is quite the change in elevation. I might have to make this like a cliff face for part of it, for it to actually not look stupid. I don't know. This is going to be otherwise a pretty big project, I think. So yeah, I do think I will take the route of cliff face here, because if you look at this over here, it doesn't look too bad. You have a little raised rock plateau. Not a plateau, because it isn't flat up here, but that kind of idea I will apply over there and try and fade it into the terrain. For the time being, I think I'm going to need quite a bit of stone to work on that. I will leave Giorno here for now. Let us take a ride. I've actually expanded the rail since we first worked on it. I swapped out that dark oak for oak, so it should look much more accurate, and you will see the speeds on this thing are kind of wacky. I am a big fan of the new trip over here. Really good fun. I absolutely love railways, and I have set the max speed quite high on minecarts for the server. Now, what was I here for? We're going to gather a bunch of stone. So I won't go to the bottom of this, unfortunately. I would like to keep digging this chunk out, but I really don't have that much use for andesite. Who, how, and what? You, sir. You, sir. I am too lazy to do anything about. No, I think we have plenty of stone for the meantime. Let's go ahead and take a trip on back. I do want to raise the rails a little bit because I think these stairs here actually block your view. I do like the design. Oh crap, I forgot it does that. Yeah. I might fix that in the future, or I might leave it like that. It's incredibly funny. You know, for a little bit of a discussion topic, which I have been playing around with for these videos in general, what are y'all's thoughts on the 2-week Minecraft phase? You know, we are in week 3 now, which is pretty hype. I think I have thoroughly escaped the... Well, maybe not thoroughly. 2-week doesn't mean it literally has to be 2 weeks. Do you think the 2-week Minecraft phase is a bad thing in any way? Because I'm gonna be honest, I think people maybe hype it up a little bit too much. Because it's kind of normal to have a big rotation of games you go between. But I guess, no. The 2-week Minecraft phase is really more so a thing of you're starting a new world every time, right? You're leaving behind everything from the last time you played to start up a new one, where this time around you're gonna really do stuff cool. I'm guilty of it. I've just done it. I had a survival world before this one. I hadn't played on it in a long time, but it did have quite a bit going on. But at the same time, my last survival world was kind of one that I made to be very independent of my videos. And it's something I do want to talk on in a future video. I won't do so in this one, but I did get very burnt out on videos, and more specifically, very burnt out on content. And I kind of made that world as a promise to myself that, like, this world is never going to be content. I'm not going to make videos here. This is just a little cute space that I've made for myself. And I actually enjoyed that world a lot more than I've enjoyed anything else in Minecraft in a long time. So I think that was definitely worthwhile, but here I want to start doing daily videos, not content, mind you, and I do want to talk on that more in a future video, but I really wanted to start making videos again, just in general, where I just do silly little things and I have fun with it, really. I'm having a lot more fun with these videos than I was for a long time. It's a lot of why I took down most of the videos that were on my channel. You may have noticed I went from somewhere over 200 to not over 200. There's maybe like 30 videos on my channel at most right now, and I'm pretty cool with that, honestly. Yeah, it's a lot of years of history that are kind of tucked away now, but I think I started going down the wrong path there for a little while. I well and truly do, and well, crap, now I'm talking about the thing. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I ended up going off on a little bit of a tangent that I am going to cut out, but I just generally do have a lot more fun with these videos than I did with a lot of my older ones, and I would like to keep it that way. I think the 2-week Minecraft phase is interesting, particularly in that people restart every time. I'm kind of curious, what are your thoughts on it? Do you think that it's a bad thing for you to make a new world on such frequent occasions? I honestly really don't know. Like, I think it's cool to have a rotation of games you play, right? And you're not going to play Minecraft all the time. But is it bad that there are so many forgotten worlds? Worlds that got just a little bit of development and then left behind forever? I don't know. Maybe there's something cool about how many new beginnings there are. Oh no, I can already tell I'm definitely out of it enough that I could end up going on some terrible, pointless tangents if I allow myself to continue going. Back on topic, I'm really quite excited for the future of this world. There's all sorts of plans that I still have on the back burner, and I've kind of been trying to think, like, why is it that I have so many plans for this world? Why am I thinking of so many things, right? And I guess it's in part just that I have been playing every day. It is something that I just find so deeply fascinating, and anyone who's been watching since the start will have already heard this from me at some point or another, but the motivation to do something kind of comes after you start doing it. And I guess both by making these videos every day and playing the game, I've kind of got myself actually quite hyped for a lot of different projects. It's a lot of stuff I don't think I would have thought of before I was doing it, but you think of things because you're playing the game. And now I'm kind of getting to a weird point where I'm almost conflating the game and creating your world for art, but I guess that it is. I mean, ultimately, you're putting a little piece of yourself into these little blocky worlds. A little square piece of yourself you're placing down in one tiny microcosm of this giant world. And that's really cool. I think it's really cool, personally. I'm a big fan. I feel like before I started this little project here, I had a lot less energy than I do right now. And, you know, I slowed down a lot. I did. I definitely feel like my depression had gotten pretty bad, and there just wasn't anything I was working on outside of college, which, while college is cool and all, it really just wasn't enough. I feel like it may just be the kind of person that I am, but I need to be working on something, and these have been really difficult, but really rewarding to make. And you'll notice as well that I've kind of, for a while in the early episodes, I was doing CTAs, they're called call to action, where you say, hey, did you know that only 12% of you are currently subscribed? Subscribe to the channel. I've actually just stopped doing that because I don't really make these videos for that reason, right? I actually kind of don't care if you subscribe. I just kind of appreciate that you're here. It's cool to have a couple of people watching these videos, but I am honestly just not concerned with channel growth in the slightest, because I'm not trying to do this as a career. I'm making videos because I really like making videos, and it makes me happy to do so. Yeah, I have been wildly unfocused with this video, and that's cool. That's all right, because I'm just giving you my thoughts as they come. All right, let's just take a moment to kind of check out what I've done here. I think we still need to clean up that top edge a little bit. Although it's looking pretty good at parts. I think this here looks quite solid. Yo, hello there, bee. Hi. Where do you live? Wait, no, I lost sight of him. Does he live somewhere in here? Okay, we are definitely going to have to find where that fella lives. I want to set up a bee farm. I already have a honeycomb farm over in the Nether because I needed the honeycomb wall for our house. However, I really don't consider that to be the bee farm that I want to make. I want to make a wholesome bee farm, one that isn't wholly optimized, because I think it would be a really cute project to work on. I have, with this world, been meaning to get a little more technical as well. I obviously spend a lot of my time in the game building, and I love that aspect of the game, but I do think all the technical stuff is really interesting. And you all saw with the iron farm that I built. I guess I didn't mention it in that video because it was a very short upload. I was quite tired yesterday. I actually designed that silly little iron farm myself. I based it off of a couple of designs I found, but I did watch full breakdowns of the mechanics, so I could actually build it instead of just following it. Well, okay. I don't want to bash people who use tutorials, okay? I love tutorials. They're great. But I have been kind of enjoying using less tutorials when it comes to the aspects of the game that I'm less familiar with. There's just so many different little intricacies to learn about, and it is crazy that after as many years as I've spent with Minecraft, I still don't know them all. One other thing that I would like to do... Okay, this nether portal bothers me. I'm gonna make this taller later. I'm going to make it go all the way to the top, and then I'm going to give it like a full outline. I have decoration plans for that. Not today plans, but definitely plans. All right. That took so much longer than any of you guys will ever see. But there we have a much improved nether portal design. That's so much better. Looks actually pretty sick. Yeah, just so much we can work on here. With the terrain sorted out, we have a really lovely backyard for future episode projects. I do think that for now, I am not going to be ending the episode yet because we haven't actually seen everything that's new for week 3. Giorno, it is your time. It is time, horse. I was going to say horse friend, but horse friend is not currently here. Horse friend is elsewhere. But we do have at least one major addition to the world that I can think of for week 3. Since Danny joined the world, they have given Dell a lovely basement. Honestly, I personally am going to advocate for justice for Danny. This is an awesome place to live. I approve. Yeah, unfortunately they were evicted and they are living elsewhere. Let us make sure that I don't have any new requests here in the construction shop. I have some cool future plans for this. Dell hasn't added anything to this book, right? Right. Okay. And that's probably the only request, but I do need to resort how I actually manage those. Anyways, let us go this way. Oh, here we are. Hit it very suddenly. This is Danny's home. I'm sure it is still a work in progress, but I already kind of love this location and the stair. I'm so sorry. Oh no, that's not correct. There it is. But I really love this little pathway already. This is such a weird and cool location. Besides that, I can also showcase my iron farm since you all didn't get a lot of time with it. Unfortunately, due to safety concerns, I am going to have to leave Giorno here while we head through our cool and awesome new nether portal. This has got to be just one of the most incredible views that this world has to offer. Absolutely amazing. But here is the farm. I have some corruption coming out of the nether portal here. Big glass platform. Since iron golems cannot spawn on glass, we have so many cats. I AFK'd this place last night, so we have a huge stock of iron. But I am just really proud of the design. I gave the villagers little village houses. We have some awesome zombies. There is Name Tag Junior the Third. Do not ask about the second or first. And there is Mr. Name Tag himself, John Name Tag, in the chat. Absolutely impeccable. I don't know what I'm saying. I really like this farm. I think the design turned out really great. It's quite efficient. I think it could maybe be a little more efficient if only on time to kill, but I really like this design. It's a good balance of aesthetics and functionality. I think that's about all that's new to the world for week 3. I hope you all have enjoyed the series so far. It has been a joy making the series so far, and I do hope that we go strong in week 4. But for the time being, I suppose I'll see you there. Or in other words, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.